It is very wild when you reevaluate everything. In this case, specifically looking at material accumulation. Maybe you have chased materialism your entire life, and you've done so because you've learned to believe that the only possible way that you can be seen, that you can be worthy, extrinsic self-worth, externalized self-worth, is by accumulating things. In this case, specifically money. I look at a lot of people's drive to achieve financial abundance. I hear people all the time say that they want to achieve financial abundance, that they want to amass a large amount of money into their lives. And I believe that I'm usually able to see right through to the root of everything, and it usually has to do with some type of mommy daddy issue, internal at the core brokenness. That is the way that they learned to be seen. And it's wild too, because like you see in the news rather regularly taking place where people who have this sense of extrinsic, externalized self-worth, they've landed themselves in a position of arrest or in prison because they did something extreme. Well, yeah, no wonder they did something extreme. They feel like they need to be extreme in order to be seen. So they accumulate a mass amount of fucking money. They get the biggest fucking house possible. They get the nicest fucking things possible. And it's sad because all that they want really is to be seen. But they've learned, as being a narcissistic extension of their fucked up mommy and daddy, that the only way that they can be seen is that. People don't live extreme lives for no fucking reason. People don't accumulate a lot of fucking money for no fucking reason. And let me just make it very clear before I proceed forward. None of this stuff is good or bad or right or wrong. It's just merely the difference between healthy versus unhealthy. You see people doing extreme things in the news. I believe that this behavior, simultaneously being unhealthy, is due to a deep-seated need. Yeah, it's sad they got severely fucked up in childhood. A deep-seated need to be seen. No, they didn't learn that they could just be seen for who they are and that that's acceptable. No, they had to do something extreme. They had to achieve XYZ, and only then would they be seen. It's sad. It really is sad. I mean, it is what it is. But, as I've been looking at everything, I've been, reevaluating, one, my position and my own understanding of everything. Essentially, you're in a box, you're in a prison created by mommy and daddy, I suppose, that you, in survival, walked into, and you're like, all right, this is it. This is it. I'm here. I'm inside of this prison. And you don't even know that you're in it. You don't. You just think that it's just the way that life is. That's the way that life is. You have to exhaust yourself doing a bunch of fucking things to get worth, to get value, to be seen. You can only be in a relationship with somebody if you have XYZ out there, if you have a massive bank account, Some people overvalue money. Some people overvalue stuff that is really just stuff when you see it at such a neutral standpoint. But you unfortunately have to accumulate that to be in a relationship with some people, right? So, delicious, by the way. Colombian. I don't know if it's like dark roast, whatever. I enjoy coffee. it's fascinating to really like break everything down and be like, wow, this person is only with this other person because the person has a lot of money. What an unfortunate, sad, shallow, superficial relationship. Some people don't value knowing thyself. They don't. Instead, they've got a bunch of unhealthy defense mechanisms that limit themselves from knowing themselves and knowing other people, because they just have this operating system that is like external gain, external gain, external gain. That is the only way I'll be seen. That's sad. But yeah, by the way, I do offer coaching for anyone that is interested. If you are interested in coaching, you can contact me at chriscbanish@gmail.com. I will link it down. Well, not really link it down. Whatever. I will put it down in the description. See you soon.